coming in from Bengaluru. Arjun is writing into us for a long-term view on Kitex Garments. Now, he's asking for a 5-year view, but let me go across to Rajesh for this. Rajesh, very good morning to you. Thank you for joining in. It's Puneet this side. What's your view, if any, on Kitex Garments? Because it's a long-term view that our viewers asking. We've seen the garment space also in focus and textiles post the GST rate as well as what's happening with tariffs. Any view on this one?
Good morning, Puneet. Good morning, Mahima. Good morning, Vaishali. As far as Kitex is concerned, I think the entire textiles pack as a whole is looking exciting because of various reasons of the GST cut, the FT is being talked about, and all those things. But the thing is, Kitex is not something that can be held for a long period of time, maybe 2-3 years down the line. There are better choices in the textile universe, I would say, like the likes of Vardhaman Textile or Wellspun, or even you have Arvind, Gokul Das. There are better choices than going for Kitex. Kitex, of course, in the short term, it can go up to 240, 250 odd levels. That's the upper side we believe at this point of time. Based on their numbers in coming quarters, we can take a call whether it should be held for 2-3 years time horizon. But at this point of time, at this maximum upside from these levels is to be 250 odd levels.
Yeah, all right. So that's with regards to where Kitex Garment stands. We've got our next question from Bhaskara, who is writing us from Hyderabad, asking about Som Distilleries. He's got 40 odd shares at the rate of 142, currently trading at 134, and wants to know if he can continue to hold or maybe wait for some time and get back to the green levels at which he's bought in at. Vaishali, your view with regards to where charts are concerned for Som?
Currently, even if I'm looking at a longer term horizon and even on a daily chart, I think it is showing signs it's at a support level. So continue holding, keep a stop loss of 128, and the stock can get into momentum once we see this stock moving above 150. So for now, let's keep a range of 128 to 150 levels.
Got the view. Vaishali, the other questions coming in is from Amchi Mumbai itself. Malika Mehta is writing in for a question on Amber Enterprises. It's a stock that's also in focus today. They've announced a 1,200 crore QIP, and while it's not reacting that much, it is a huge fundraise for the company. Rajesh, let me come to you on this one. Valuations definitely pricey, but your view on Amber Enterprises?
You said it right, Puneet. Valuations are priced. And that's the main reason the stock had not reacted to the QIP news. Otherwise, you see the fundamentals are great. They are doing very good in AC business. Lot of PLI, lot of new orders pouring in. But the fact remains the valuations are on a high side, almost at 3-digit P. I don't believe there are much of an upside left in the near future, I would say. Maybe levels of 8,500, 8,600 would be the optimum, unless, of course, the numbers start coming in a dramatic way in the next few quarters. So at this point of time, that would be the levels to watch out.
Okay. Viewers, breaking news coming in your screens right now. IT search on Marico. Mumbai Income Tax Wing has conducted survey action at companies' several offices and factories. That is what sources are suggesting us. Survey operations across Marico offices, manufacturing units, major dealers have happened. And this is linked to scrutiny of certain foreign funding transaction is what sources are telling us. In fact, Shrimi is joining us now to give us more details on that. Shrimi, what are you picking up?
Yeah, so it's a developing story, and what we are picking and as we speak is that it's a full-fledged search action actually, and not survey action. Remember, survey action is just covering premises, but this is full-fledged search action by Income Tax Department Mumbai Wing, and what we are learning at this point that it's across the Marico location, including offices, their manufacturing units, and in fact major dealers which they deal with. And according to initial information, what we are understanding at this time that it is linked to scrutiny of certain foreign funding transaction, and in fact a team of officials have been deployed at several premises to examine Marico's financial records and trying to gather evidences. And what we are also learning here is that department is in recent months intensified its focus on cross-border funding, compliance and disclosure norms. And there are certain, leads department has on the potential irregularities in the capital flows as well. And what we are also learning at this point, that the current action at Marico, adding to a series of similar survey and search action across the prominent corporates in FMCG and consumer goods space. But since it's a developing story, we are just hearing that it's just not survey. They are actually having a full-fledged search action on Marico.
Okay, Shrimi, thank you for bringing us those details. Viewers, we'll keep you updated on that story. It's a developing story, as Shrimi mentioned, and we'll have to wait and watch out for as to what is the outcome of this search that's happening. All right, coming back to the queries, Gaurav Baheti is asking the next one. He's writing us from Hyderabad and asking about Bank of Maharashtra. He's buying prices at 56.45 and got 415 in quantity. Wants to know if he can so basically he's saying he wants to exit by this month and wants to know how high can the stock go from the current market price. Vaishali, on the charts, what do you suggest?
So the chart, so this has already shown a very good bullish candle. Keep a watch at 57, 58 levels, and that's where we are. If it shows resistance, because today's volume is also quite high, if it moves past 57, 58 levels, we can see the stock going towards 60. So short-term basis, 60 should be ideally the level, but keep a trailing stop loss and look for the target.
Okay, all right. So that's the view with regards to where Bank of Maharashtra is concerned. But the other new listing that is in focus today is Shringar House of Mangal Sutra, and the kind of listing gains that we're seeing right now. It's cooled off a tad bit, but still seeing gains of about 11%. To take us through what are the future plans for the company, we are joined by Chetan N, who's the CMD of Shringar House of Mangal Sutra, and Vraj, CEO, the director and CEO of Shringar House of Mangal Sutra, joining us now. Welcome to both of you, gentlemen. Raj, I'll take up the first question with you. First of all, congratulations to the both of you on this stellar listing. Just want to understand from here on, I wanted to you understand the trajectory of the total borrowings that you have on your balance sheet. You've not said that any of this fund will be used for reduction of debt. It will majorly be used for working capital requirement. Any idea on debt reduction?
So I would like to emphasize on this that currently company is not planning to have any debt reduction. We are the expansion plans we have. So keeping that in mind, we would like to keep the debt maintained as it is, and also increase the working capital through the medium of the IPO as well.
Okay, Viraj, in terms of the total revenue in the past 3 years, we've seen it grown from a 950 crore to almost 1400, over that 1400 crore. Just want to understand that from here on, what are the targets looking like when it comes to the top line and your bottom line? What is the kind of, let's say, growth CAGR percentage that you're looking at?
So if you see the last 3 years records, there has been a decent substantial amount of growth in terms of the revenue as well as profits. And after this IPO and the growth we are planning, we would be maintaining the same range of growth, and will be thriving and working hard towards increasing it and going in even further. As the customer base we have, the support we have from the industry, our customers, and the growth plans they have in future. So to be with them and to go ahead hand in hand, I'm sure we will be able to maintain the growth as it has been through the years.
Chetan, what is the demand looking like? Just want to understand for your product especially, because from what I understand that because of rising gold prices, we've seen that the buying trend right now is for lightweight jewelry. So even in Mangal Sutra, I believe that people would be moving more towards Mangal Sutras which are lightweight. What is the demand trend looking like? And secondly, your thoughts about the rise of lab-grown diamonds. Will you also be incorporating them in your products?
यस मैम, पहले तो मैं आपको बता दूं कि राइट नाउ मंगलसूत्र मार्केट इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 17 to 18,000 crore in India, and research says that in 2032 it may be above 30,000 crores. So again, you are very right, gold price is going higher and higher, but the demand of Mangalsutra is remains same,
Right.
because this product is a regional product, एक
Got
region
it.
के साथ चलता है.
Got it, Chetan. Thank you so much. Well, Viraj and Chetan, thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit. Shifting to other listing that is in focus today, up 66%. The listing gains are quite significant for something like an urban company, and Agni is speaking to the management. Listen in.
21, our net revenue from operations was about 248 crores. That rose to 437.6 crores in FY22. Then about 636 odd crores, 828, and eventually 1144.5 in FY25. So from 248 crores about 4 years back, it rose to 1144.5 crores in FY25. We had about close to 6.8 million, 68 lakh annual transacting users in FY25. These are users who did at least one transaction. We also disclosed in our DRHP and RHP that nearly 82% of the business in FY25, 82% of the net transaction value came from repeat users who were acquired prior to FY25. And that number in the first quarter of FY26 rose to above 85%. So it's a repeat business. It's a business of trust. We have to be hard at work to train and upskill our service professionals, to give them the right tools, the right technology, the right SOPs, the right processes to really delight our consumers, so that those consumers can keep coming back to the Urban Company platform and keep transacting with us.
So when we say recurring, you said recurring means what's the frequency there?
Sorry, no follow-up questions. Thank you. We'll take one question at a time.
Hi, congratulations. This is Shilpa here from CNBC.
Yes, Shilpa.
Stellar listing, so huge congratulations.
Thank you.
There. Just quickly touching.
All right, so that was the management of Urban Company. In fact, Puneet, I mean, it's cooled off a bit, but 67% for a new age tech platform, I think that's the way ahead, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's turned EBITDA positive in FY25. Of course, the profits that were shown, the bottom line, of course, did include a large chunk of it coming in from the deferred tax. But let's see as to how 26 shapes up, because that will give us a picture as to whether the company will be able to actually, get into that profitable territory.
Because the valuations are actually not that cheap, right? Because if you take that, and now with that 60% premium, I think you'll put together numbers of what that looks like as well. But let's actually ask Rajesh also this about it. Rajesh, thank you for patiently waiting by. Your view actually on both the listings, but specifically also on Urban Company. Do you think that right now it's gotten way too expensive because of this listing gains?
Puneet, I think today is a good day for all the new listings. All the three of them have listed on a premium. And Urban Company has gone up to 70-75%, if I'm not wrong, listing gains. The operations has been strong. As the management said, that the repeat business is there, the beauty and cleaning, not only in India, but they're doing into Middle East also. They're selling their own products too. But the thing is, the valuations are too high. If you look at the numbers, the first quarter earnings came to just 5 paisa. So trading at 170 odd rupees, you can imagine the kind of valuation it's commanding. It's almost, if I'm not wrong, around $3 billion odd at this point of time after the listing. So the valuation is huge, I would say. I don't know about the market, it can push up to around 180 or 200 odd levels, but I am very skeptical at these valuations. I would suggest a booking of profit if somebody has got allotment.
Rajesh, and you're not wrong in saying that the valuations are expensive. I was just telling Puneet that it's 16 times price to sales now at that 60% premium listing. And if you take a look at these other platform companies, they're still trading at 8 to 9 times. I mean, so it's almost double of these platform companies' valuation. So yes, valuation is not looking cheap for sure. But let's take up the next question then, which is from Chanukya, who's writing us from Hyderabad, asking about RVNL. He's got 700 odd shares, bought at 337 a piece, holding since the past 3 months and wants to hold for another few weeks. His target is around 380. Vaishali, do you think that's achievable?
So, well, the stock has already got into a trend. So, yes, in fact, even we have recommended this as a trading strategy. So, if he's holding, I think keep a stop loss of 345 and 380 is the tough resistance. So, all going well, this is likely to go towards 380, but 345 stop loss is a must.
Got the view, Vaishali. The other question, it's an international query coming from Florida, USA. So thank you, Harin, for writing into us. He has a question on Adani Green Energy. He's bought it at a price of 1,046 per share, and he's asking for a 4 to 5 year time horizon. So Rajesh, let me come to you. While it's a long-term view that the viewer is looking for, any specific view that you have on Adani Green with the advent of renewable energy as well as the increased order book as well? Any view on the same?
See, the fact remains the government is focusing on renewable energy, reducing the carbon footprints and all. And these kind of companies going forward has huge prospects, I would say. As far as Adani Green is concerned, with the kind of capacity, with the kind of order book, I think long term looks very bright. By any chance, if it falls to 950, 940 or levels, that would be a good adding point. Somebody holding at this point of time can continue to hold.
Adani Green is also a part of the Adani group of companies, and so is NDTV Profit. We've got our next question from Raghu, who is writing us from Mysore and asking about Max Healthcare. He's got 100 odd shares at the levels of 1174. He wants to hold this from a longer term perspective for the next 5 years. Is that the right thing to do, Rajesh?
Yes, one can continue to hold. Healthcare as an space is looking very exciting. Not only Max but other players too. With the kind of bed to patient ratio in our country, with the kind of focus on medical insurance going forward, organized players are looking very exciting. They are expanding their capacities, and not to forget the foreign medical tourist arrivals in our country, which are fueling the growth. I think Max is a good choice. One can continue to hold.
Got the view, Rajesh. The other question that's coming in on is a company that's been in focus, Apollo Microsystems from the defense space. And Chandrasekhar is asking us for a long-term view, what is the recommended price essentially? Because he's looking for a buying recommendation of stock, so he's not entered the stock yet. Rajesh, do you have any coverage on this one, and what's your view?
See, it's a defense company, no doubt on that, and doing very well. The order book is good, but it's a very small cap company, I would say. And when you're looking at long-term horizon, by long-term I mean something anywhere with more than 18 to 24 months, then you shouldn't be worried about 10-20 rupees here and there. So if you are planning to buy, you can go ahead, go long and term. If not in a lump sum, go by a staggered manner. 300 would be a good levels to look at.
The next question is from Govind, who's writing us from Hyderabad. He's asking about Action Construction and wants to invest 2 lakh rupees in this particular counter and wants to know if this is the right time to enter or not. Vaishali, do you think this is the right time to make an entry into Action Construction?
Let me just have a look.
Sure.
So I think Action Construction currently at 1114. I think why not? Because stock is showing signs of improvement. And I would observe a range of around 1050 to 1150 for now. And we go step by step. 1250 is an actual resistance level. Once you see the stock moving above this and sustaining above this, then I think it's ready for an upward trajectory. So for now, the risk-reward ratio is pretty favorable to get into a buy trade.
Got the view, Vaishali. The other one is coming again, another international query. So Rajesh Maheshwari, thank you for writing in to us from Singapore. He's asking a question on Tata Steel, roughly holding about 1,000 shares of the company at 125.5. So he's gotten it at a decent price just before we started seeing that uptick on all these metal counters and steel counters. He's asking a short to medium term outlook for this one. So let me come back to you, Vaishali, on this. Do you have any sustained momentum on Tata Steel going forward as well?
I think, the stock can do 177, 180 levels because it's already in a good trend. And after a good consolidation, the levels are still intact. So I would say with 165 as stop loss, this can go towards 180, 182. That's it.
Okay. The next question is from Suman, who is writing us from Kolkata and asking about Reddington. She's got total number of shares, that is 160 at an average price of 269, and wants to know if she can take some profits and maybe shift to some other counter. Vaishali, we saw a significant rally in the counter yesterday. Your view with regards to whether the momentum is still constructive on the charts or whether Suman should book some profits and go to some other counter? If yes, what would that counter be?
In fact, it has just come out of its trading range, and I think continue holding, because if bought at lower levels, this stock is likely to do 333.40. So yesterday, of course, it was a very strong up move. We can see some consolidation happening, but 270 should act as a support, and right through this can go towards 330.
All right, Vaishali and Rajesh, thank you so much for taking out the time and giving us those insights. Viewers, time to slip into a very short break, but don't go anywhere. We have a conversation lined up for you, especially with Chris Woods on the other side of the break.